Hi there, I'm Gail Franska Blanchard. I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor, and I'm working with Jim Nothstein from Calico Junction Ranch, but the New Beginnings Division. And we are working to put together a new program called the Veterans Challenge. We're interested in working with veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. And we believe that an active therapeutic manner will probably do a better job than something static where you're asking a veteran to sit on a couch and talk to you. Our program starts with dogs or horses, whatever a veteran is comfortable with, and progresses. And what we want to do is help them face their challenges, get rid of anger and frustration by building their internal confidence and their security in themselves. We work with horses because horses imitate people's behavior than if you were asking someone else to look at you and tell you what's going on with your behavior. So horses are a key factor. Both Jim and I have been trained in equine assisted therapy, and we believe that that is the key to working with veterans in particular. Jim was in the Air Force for 27 years, and during that time he served in several countries. He also ran a school in Fort Walton Beach, and he has a different perspective than someone who is simply a therapist. He has a personal understanding of what post-traumatic stress disorder for a veteran really feels like. As we work with veterans, we're hoping that they will make a connection with a horse and be a team with a particular horse, and that they'll also make connections with one another and be able to work in twos and threes. Eventually, we hope to introduce a little bit of stress by asking them to chase cows around the arena, and that will give them an opportunity to see if they can continue to manage their anger and their personal emotions and work toward having a better control over their self and their personality when a stressful situation comes up. This is a different approach. It's a new approach. We call it the Veterans Challenge, and we hope that people will support our project. Jim Nothstein and I are both certified in equine assisted therapies, and we believe that they work really well. Jim spent 27 years in the Air Force, and he frequently was on Army bases during that time, so he's familiar with military veterans in a variety of branches. He also ran a school in Fort Walton Beach for the military for 7 years, and he left the service as a chief and still has contact with a number of people that he served with, and people even that didn't serve with him but look up to him because they are in the field that he was in. As he talks to his colleagues and friends and other servicemen, he knows that they have a lot of issues that aren't easily resolved. What we really believe is that an active program of therapeutic work will help. And that's why he invites other veterans to the ranch, even if he hasn't met them before. It's a program for both men and women, veterans of all ages and all types, and it doesn't matter if you served 20 years ago or last week. And we're also looking for emergency service personnel who have had traumatic experiences, especially in recent years when there have been shootings and so on and so forth. There are a lot of people out there that could use this sort of a program to get control of their emotions. When people are using drugs and alcohol to excess, it's very often just a symptom of an underlying therapeutic problem like post-traumatic stress disorder. So that's our focus, is to find the underlying problem and help them resolve that, get confidence in themselves, regain their personal control over self, and to eliminate anger and frustration that will cause them problems in social situations. We want to rehabilitate people relative to their emotions so that they can work at a job and deal with the everyday frustrations and be okay with it. We want them to be good in social situations in the home and in the community, and helping people to do that, whether their frustration and anger are just little or whether they're huge, and causing them almost to be arrested. It doesn't matter. We would like to help anybody who is interested in coming to our program, and understand that we never charge. We don't charge for the programs. He's done a variety of therapeutic programs in the past. He's provided horses to YMCA camps. He's had individuals here at the ranch working on therapeutic issues. He has actually done the trail rides at Loretta Lynn's ranch. But he really would like to do something particularly for the veterans. And I believe that his experience in the military, along with the horse therapy and understanding of post-traumatic stress disorder and the usual methods for working with it, I think he's ideally suited to helping make a difference. And that difference, what he says is that usually the people that need therapy the most can't afford it. And so that's why we do this program for free. The program will run, I think the way I originally scheduled it in the grant, they asked me to be very meticulous about what week and so on. It depends on the people and their needs and how well they progress. But we're looking at like a semester in school, 18 weeks. If somebody can only come for 9 weeks, then you have them come for 9 weeks. Unfortunately, we don't have housing. We can't keep people here. We might be able to have somebody stay overnight on a weekend. We do have campsites, that sort of thing. But we're looking for people to be here several times a week, and so they'd have to be in the Middle Tennessee area or able to stay in this area for a period of time. But Mr. Nostein is pretty flexible, as am I, and so we're willing to talk to someone who's interested in dealing with their post-traumatic stress disorder, and we'd be happy to talk to them about their availability to be here. Calico Junction Ranch is an interesting place to come, whether or not you need any kind of a therapeutic experience. We do trail rides during the week and dinner trail rides on weekends. We have beautiful trails, and you can even stop at Grizzly Jack's cabin, which is an experience in itself. So if you'd like to come and see what the ranch looks like, meet the German Shepherd dogs that Mr. Nostein raises, and just have an opportunity to take the family someplace, you can give us a call at Calico Junction Ranch. If you're looking for a new beginning, this is still the place. We're located in Hohenwald on Long Branch Road. It's just a couple of minutes from downtown Hohenwald, and the address is 142 Grassy Valley Road. I had written a grant to the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. We asked for $9,000. We did not receive it, but we're hoping that some people will see the validity of our Veterans Challenge program and come forward. If we had the $9,000 that I asked for, it would be easy to launch the program. We will probably try to launch it anyway, but then Mr. Nostein is bearing most of the expense himself. Eventually, we could use some volunteer help. Certainly, we'd like some word of mouth. We need to have some veterans identify themselves as being interested in the program. And of course, every program costs money. And so if people are able to support us financially, we really appreciate that. The horses in the program need to be fed and wormed and shod, meaning having shoes put on. We have to provide equipment. We also have the steers that we're going to be using in the program. The steers need to be fed, and veterinary care is necessary and all that sort of thing. And of course there's staff. And Jim and I will be principal relative to the therapeutic work, but there will also be ranch employees who will be helping to make sure that everybody's safe all the time. In order to reach out to the program, you need to call Calico Junction Ranch or email us. Mr. Nostein's email is thunderhorsejdn@yahoo.com. Mine is foxriverdancer@gmail.com. You can send an email to either one of us or call us at the ranch.